What's up, people? It's your boy RisinzStarz holding it down for y'all once again, and you might not believe this, but I copped a new A7 III. Let's get into it. So after a long time thinking, I finally went out and spent the money to cop the A7 III. So I've been in the market for buying a new camera for my kit for a while now. Ever since my trip to Alaska in 2019, I've been thinking about purchasing a new camera. My Canon T3i is just old and outdated, and it's really not keeping up to what I needed to keep up with. So I was thinking about buying a new camera. Well, I wasn't quite sure what to use. So my friend Miguel, the analog guy, he actually let me use his Sony A7iii for our national harbor video that I shot, and it was very interesting. I was feeling the camera, but I wasn't feeling the button layout of the camera, because it kind of shows like, oh, this camera is made more for taking pictures versus shooting video. Just based off of where they had the record button. It was on the grip instead of like being like where your thumb should be at, or like where your other thumb should be at. It was like on the grip, like inside like this portion. So seeing that, it kind of made me realize like this camera probably not used for video. So I've been seeing tons of good reviews, and a lot of people talking about the A7 III, and the Canon EOS R. And based off of what I've seen and the reviews I watched, it just was based off of, do you plan to shoot yourself vlogging more, or do you plan to shoot other subjects? And I actually would like to shoot other subjects and make money off my camera versus just shooting more vlogs of me doing my own thing. So that's why I've decided to buy the A7 III. So after buying it, I took it out for a field test, just to test the photo mode. Before I even get into that, once the camera came, I was so excited when it came. The first thing I did was I watched like a 40-minute video of how to set the camera up, because I know I got custom buttons and a bunch of menus, and each menu have sub-menus. So I watched a full video and took notes on how to set the camera up. So I believe I got it set up close to how I like it, so I can kind of learn it better. And then after that, I immediately took it in the field. I shot some pictures, took some pictures with it, shot some B-roll, just to see how it operates, and just getting used to the button layout, seeing how you can customize the buttons, and everything is kind of in a different place than my Canon T3i. I was so accustomed I can kind of set it up just like by feel without even seeing it, and I know it will be set up. But with this system, it's kind of different. So just getting accustomed to it. I feel like I captured some pretty good shots. The camera kind of did what I wanted it to do, but it's more for me to learn, and that's good because I'm willing to learn that. The only downside that I felt the camera was lacking is like in the lens. Since I opted just to get the kit lens, because I didn't want to spend like $3 grand for it. I just wanted to see like how good it will be with what I got. It's cool. It's just the kit lens. It feels kind of dead to me. As far as like the focusing capacity, you don't know if you reach maximum focusing distance on either side, because you can continuously turn it like for days, and it won't let you know like, oh, this is the end of the turning curve, like this is as far as it can go. It don't let you know that. So it felt a bit kind of dead for me. It was smooth, but it felt kind of dead for me. And then just the 28 to like 70, the range on it is just kind of weird. It's not super wide, but it's not super, it don't really zoom in as much as you think. So that's kind of weird to me. So getting a better lens is something that I'm thinking about pursuing in the future. And actually, since I had a chance to use my homie Miguel, the analog guy, R2, and with the vintage lens adapter, I kind of like his setup. So I actually ordered 1 vintage lens so far, and I need to order 2 more. So I can have 3 vintage lenses in my kit, just for, you know, vlogging purposes and then shooting music videos. So Super Takamores, the 35, the 50, and maybe the 85 is in the future, as far as vintage lenses is concerned. But I do want to get 1 or 2 good zoom lenses that's going to utilize this camera to its fullest potential. So I'll be shooting for most likely one of the G Master lenses, maybe like the 17 to like 35. Some of the lenses on the wider side, so I can really fully use this autofocus system to its fullest potential. And this finally buying a telephoto lens. I never owned a telephoto lens before, so actually buying I bought the 1300 70 to 200 telephoto G Master lens, G lens, so I can have that in my kit, so I can have range. A lot of times I lack a lens that has a long range while I'm out vlogging and shooting and stuff like that, so it'll be good to have that in my kit. And then this other stuff like a charger, because I hate charging the camera using a cord going directly into the camera, because I always get so afraid that, like, if somebody hit it the wrong way or it dropped or something like that, that the USB will break off into the camera and it'll be unusable. So to get an external charger is very big for me, so I won't have to plug anything into the camera. And then just get a battery grip for the camera, so it has some heft to it and I got something to grip onto. My Canon got a big battery grip on it, so it makes it a lot more stable when shooting it. It has some heft, but it gave me down there double the battery life that I needed, and I can just, you know, stack as many batteries I have on me and just keep going and shoot, you know, down there for days or whatever, or 2 days, 3 days without having to charge it. So getting extra battery and a battery grip is something that I'm shooting for this camera for sure. And then I'm going to put some time, money, and energy into just getting some other stuff that I've been wanting for a while for my camera kit. Wireless lavalier instead of a wired lavalier, so I want to deal with all these cords, like this jumble cord mess. I want to deal with that. Get something wireless, getting a better shotgun mic for the camera, so it can be a lot better, like just improving the audio capabilities of the camera. And then finally getting the DSLR gimbal that I can rig the camera to. That would be big. So like the autofocus is going to be checked, the stability is going to be checked, and the audio is going to be checked. So I can finally do all of that, and I can really start shooting more music videos, shooting more projects, and just be down to shoot whatever. So I copped the new A7 III. What can I say? Hopefully this is going to be the start of something great. Damn, and it has 4K. I never shot in 4K or edited in 4K, so that's gonna be very interesting just to see. I know 4K takes up way more memory than HD. I'm aware of that, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how my laptop and my iMac and stuff like that holds up with editing 4K footage. So that's gonna be something very interesting in the future. But other than that, people, what can I say? I caught the new A7 III. Let's get it. It's time to get to work. It's your boy RisinzStarz holding it down for y'all once again, man. And I'm out.